we welcome you back today for a Hump Day
Wednesday
from Sisters with a Message. Okay?
All right.
So, we're going to pick back up where we left off last week. If you've already been following us or if you've seen this already and joined in on the boost, if you're a juicer, welcome back.
Welcome back.
If you're new, check us out. Welcome. We're going to be discussing influential Black women that has been influential to our Black History Month. So this is our 4th week, and we're wrapping it up with this one. So this week, we're doing none other. She is a mother, grandmother, sister, cousin, your best friend, okay? Come on. And she's also our very own mother, Gloria Jean Johnson. We are doing her today. So
before we get started, I salute the divinity in you,
God,
sister.
I was just so ready to go. I salute the divinity in you. We salute the divinity in you. Sorry about that, people.
That's all right.
You have been saluted.
You have been saluted.
Okay.
So, like she said, we're going to be doing our very own mommy, Gloria Jean Johnson. And so we're excited. She has, obviously, we're fans. I mean, come on. She has done so much for us in our life. She's a part of the woman that I am today. You know what I'm saying? And so we wanted to take this time because we're talking about influential women. Well, come on, we got to give it where it's due.
Right.
So definitely we want to end it with a bang.
Come on, baby.
So we ended it with a
last
bang.
but certainly not least, okay?
So we want to talk about, we did topics all these last 3 weeks, something that they've said, something that was encouraging. Last week,
statement pieces,
yes,
statement pieces.
Yep. So last week we did Dr. Maya Angelou. So this week, we're doing our mom. And so we decided she said so much to us. We just picked several of them, 3 or 4 of them. And we're going to just kind of talk about what they are and what they mean to us.
Yep.
So I'm going to start it out. One thing that my mom said to me that was something that I take with me and keep with me is every friend has a best friend. And it's so true, or every friend have a friend. Mm-hmm. And it's so true because sometimes, unless you've established, I'm telling you this, and it stays here, she could have a best friend. You understand that she's like, girl, I talked to so-and-so and so. You know what I'm saying? And so that just really stuck with me when my mom said that. Every friend has a friend.
As well.
So you have to just be mindful because
of what you're sharing.
You have to be mindful of what you're sharing and what you're putting out there because every friend has a friend.
Yeah, and I love that. And I'm not supposed to touch on that one because that one is hers, but I'm going to touch on that.
She does what she wants.
Because when I was 9 years old, I think I was in, would that be 2nd grade? I think that's 2nd or 3rd grade. But anyway, I had a friend in there. I'm not going to say her name, but she was like a commercial. She did Cheerio commercials, and she was like, a big deal. And I don't know. I don't know if I was jealous because I've never really been jealous of people, but I don't know if I was jealous of the attention. I don't know what it was, but anyway, she told me a secret, and I shared her secret with another girl. That girl wasn't even my friend, so I don't even know why I shared her secret, but I did. And she found out. Until this day, that girl never, ever talked to me again. She allowed me to apologize, but she never spoke to me again. And I remember going home crying to my mother because I was so sad because that was my friend. She was like my real good friend. And I had made a mistake. And I was crying to my mother, and I told her that, Mom, she's not talking to me, this and that. And she was like, you just remember, every friend has a best friend. So you be selective in what you share with people. So, and that has stuck with us throughout our life. Like, I think that's how I think when I'm dealing with stuff. I've shared that with my daughter, with my niece. Yep. You know what I mean? Because it's pertinent information, okay?
Period.
So, the other thing is, she told me, tell people things you don't mind hearing back.
Come on.
If you're sharing something with someone and when you hear it back, it's going to upset you because they shared it, don't tell it. Hello? Come on.
That's good. Digest it, people.
Come on. That's another one that I have kept throughout my life, like literally, okay? I still think of that when I'm sharing things. I don't overshare anything. So if I told you something and you told somebody else, I already told them, or I just don't mind. And I got that from my mommy, okay?
Yeah.
So that was another.
That's a good one though. That one is really good. I'm touching on yours. You touched on mine.
That
one is good though, because I am like that. Like, I'm like that, and I have boys, and sometimes you think when you have boys, there's certain things you don't have to say. I don't think like that. I'm still with my boys on things, and I tell my sons stuff like that. And I had somebody say to me, like, isn't that something you share with girls? No, I'm putting my boys up on game. I want them to be up on game from a woman's perspective too, so some little, know what, can't come around and say some stuff that they ain't never heard before. The same way I feel like a father would say to his daughter.
That's right.
So I totally agree with that, and I love that one. The next one that my mom would say is speak life. Mm-hmm. And it's so like, it's just 2 words, speak life. And I used to be irritated as a kid. Like, I would be like, oh, I just can't do nothing. Speak life, she would say. And I would be like, oh, God, why does she say that for everything? Yeah. But now I find myself, first of all, I say it to my kids. I'm turning into my mommy. And the other thing is, I make sure that I'm speaking life. Even if I get upset and in my worst times when I'm like frustrated, I always try to come back and speak life over the situation, or I have to acknowledge right away what I learned from it. Mm-hmm. Because I can't have anything occupy my mind too long. I've learned not to do that. This summer taught me that. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's right. But I got to learn how to be like, yep, well, that's done. But at the same time, I'm just learning over and over and over about speaking life into and you could speak a life into yourself and into situations. And I like examples. So I'll throw a couple out there for you guys.
Why not?
Why not? So like if I look in the mirror and it's things about myself I wish was different or whatever, speaking life into yourself. If I'm gonna look in the mirror and be like, oh, my nose. Let's just say I said that. I make myself go back and say 2 positive things about the same that when I looked in the mirror. And then I speak life into myself, because what you speak out is what come back. So I try to say positives, even on my worst day at work. I had a parent go off on me yesterday, you know, and I won't go into it because I work at a school. And I was hot because it's only so much you can say. But then I had to double back and speak life into that situation. Sometimes I have to, because if you don't, you find yourself wallowing then like, oh man, I feel like this, I feel like that. I have to be like, well, that's it. Or I'm like, well, Lord, that's what God is saying. That's just how I do it. I'm not saying everybody gonna say that, but that's just what I do. Speaking life, meaning speaking positivity, right, back into something.
Yep. And the thing is, I'm gonna touch on speaking.
We're just gonna touch on.
We're just gonna touch on all of it, okay?
Yeah, whatever.
The thing about speaking life into your situation or into yourself is, and I just shared this with my daughter just last week. You create your own reality, right? So if you're creating your own reality, anything that's in your reality, that's your circumstance that you do not like, guess what? The great thing is you can recreate it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's also a form of speaking life. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because imagining, I tell my kids this all the time. Always imagine. Always have your imagination. Always dream. People always say, "Oh, that's a dreamer," because my mother is a dreamer. But without her dreaming, I wouldn't even be sitting here doing this. You understand? Period. So imagination is the closest thing to God. The reason I say that, some of you may disagree, but let me tell you why I say that. Mm-hmm. Every single thing in this world that is created was first in someone else's head. Do you understand that? Okay? That's deep. Let me say it again. Okay. Everything in the world that's created. Before this sweater got here, someone thought of a way they were going to sketch this sweater. The table, the lamps, the lights, all of it. Someone thought of it first. So if someone's thinking of that, they're doing what? They're imagining it. So if you're imagining it before it actually comes into your reality, then what? Come on, follow me. Speak life into your current situation. Speak life into yourself. Speak life into your children. Like, it's important. So when my mother would say, speak life, you know, it took me so many things my mother have told me, and my father as well. But so many things that my mother have told me. It's almost unfair because you don't even realize exactly what they're saying until you get older. Okay?
You better not. You better not.
And when you get older, you find yourself saying that same stuff to your kids.
Yep.
Okay? And I remember getting so frustrated with my mother about certain things she would say to me because I felt like she just didn't get it. She didn't understand. But the truth of the matter is she understood. Overstood. Okay?
Right.
She not only got it, she had already did it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So this is why we wanted to choose her today.
Yeah.
Because to know us, even if you never met my mother or any of our kids, but to know us and to watch us come on here is to know her.
Exactly.
And I wanted to pay homage to my mother right now today while she is still here. Because a lot of times we don't do that. We wait. But my mother is like just the sweetest person in the world. Okay? And I mean this. I know I cry. I don't care.
It's fine.
But my mom have taught me so many things of what not to do, what not to say, what you're gonna like, what you're not gonna like, what you won't care about later. And I didn't understand that stuff until I became a full woman.
Yeah.
Okay? And it just means so much to me. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry for crying, but
no, it's okay. I'm crying.
it just when you have people in your life that invest in you and they love you and they pour inside of you, you know what I mean? Like my mother did for not just me and my sister, my two brothers as well, and her nieces and nephews as well, her siblings as well. You know what I mean? When you have someone like that, you don't take that kind of stuff for granted. Yeah. And I'm grateful that my mom is still here for me to tell her thank you. Thank you for telling me that stuff. Thank you for sharing those things with me. Thank you for giving me all of this mama said type of information. Yeah. Because it's pertinent and I needed it. Yeah. I needed it as a mom. I needed it as a wife. I needed it as a friend, cousin, niece. You know what I mean? Co-worker. I needed that information. And I'm so grateful to you for giving that, for pouring into us and not giving up on us and loving on us in spite of. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that. I'm sorry.
No, I won't even.
Another one she always say is, if people are, okay, this is an example. If someone is like not putting in the best effort into your relationship or friendship or whatever, she would always say, instead of tearing them down, build them up. Okay? My son's father, I've asked him, can I talk about him before? And he's okay. We're friends. But he used to irk me. But we were kids. We were like 15, 16 years old. But I would get so annoyed with him. Like, he needs to do this. He needs to do that. And one day, my mother came in the room and I'm just going off on the phone. And I hung up and she said, wow, no wonder he doesn't really want to, do what you want him to do. Okay. I was so mad at that lady. I couldn't believe she said that. I'm looking like, girl, you siding with somebody else? Right. I could not believe that she said that to me. But she said, I'm trying to help you, baby. Instead of tearing somebody down because they're not where you think they should be, build them up and give them something to reach for. Okay? That changed the whole dynamic of that relationship. And not just because, I'm doing something right. I was doing things wrong as well. We were kids. But sometimes you need that person of experience, expertise to pour inside of you and tell you, hey, maybe don't do it this way, or maybe turn the knob on it a little bit this way, make an adjustment. You know what I mean? So I'm so grateful for that. Like, I'm so grateful for my mom doing all of that for her kids. You understand what I'm saying? Because it means so much to me and my history. For my children, for their children, because I'm going to give that to my daughter. She's going to give that to her children. You understand what I mean? So for me, that is my history, and that's my Black history. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's our legacy, right?
Exactly.
Like, I'm big on legacy, and I refuse to let all the things that my mom has done go down. You know what I'm saying? You know, we know everybody passed. I'm not wishing nothing on my mom, but I'm just saying I want her legacy to live on, and the woman that she is. And that's the woman that my mom is. She's always been, consistent comes to mind. When I think of my mom, she's always been very, very consistent. She what you see is what you get. Love on yourself. It's just so many things that mom has showed us and taught us, and always have had our back through everything, like everything. And
today is the first day of the rest of your life. What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be? You know, she just, she's always like, even if she can't physically be with you, you still feel like she's with
presence,
you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this summer when I went through my whole this anxiety and panic attacks and stuff, I know it was a lot, but I called my mom every it don't even, some days it be early, and she will be right on that phone with me. And I know, you know how you know you're not making a lot of sense. I know it's early, I know it's time, and my mom would sit on that phone with me for hours. And just being a mom, you know, she showed me even now,
it's all about
being a mom.
It's levels
to it, because here it is, I'm a grown 38-year-old woman, but I needed my mom, and my mom was right there for me. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget all the things that she said, all the things that she's done, and what she's taught us. And you know, my reality is, when I hit a certain age and I thought to myself, wow, this is how old my mom. Have you ever had that moment? This is how old mom was.
I do that
when we moved to Minnesota. And I just remember feeling so like sad, like, oh my God, how did she do it? You know what I'm saying? And so it's just so many things that I can say. It can go on and on about Glow, as we call it. But she's someone to know. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely someone to know, and to know of, and to know of.
She's someone to know of and love. She is she's a special type of person. I don't think in life we get a whole bunch of those that you may actually know, but she is she's just a special type of person that you sort of get blessed with, you know, in your life's journey or path. And I'm just beyond grateful. Just beyond grateful for her, because, I mean, without her encouragement and, you know, just rooting us on and telling us to do this and that, you know, we can, and to dream, and, you know, we wouldn't be sitting doing a boost, or, you know, that would just be something inside of you that you always wanted to do, but you never tried. But she always say, try it. Try it and see.
And she's supportive. You know, everybody know my mom is a pastor. Everybody know her, you know, church. She's all about church. But I just remember a time my brother would call her with a rap. And although that might not even be the music that she listens to, she's just that kind of mom where she'll sit on the phone with him
still listen
and
support.
Not
and
just
support.
Fake listen, like listen to, you know what I mean, to
and
what
ask some questions about it, or tell him his last line, or you should probably put this in. How does that sound if you put that in there? You know, just a sweet,
amazing
Man, I don't know what's up with me, but I just am so like crybaby-ish. But she's just a loving, nurturing person, a beautiful
jewel,
spirit, you know, and she's just a great mom. You know what I mean? So we wanted to come on here just to, you know, give you guys some background on her. She's born in Meridian, Mississippi. August 24th is her birthday, so she a little country. And that's where I get it from, for those of you who work with me and you know, hey. But it is what it is, and you know, and I've learned not to be apologetic for who I am, but I've learned that through my mother's trials or her tribulations or her growing and learning. She always still is on the constant, you know, peak of learning something new, and then she still tell us, you know, and I'm grown, and she'll be like, you know what, don't you let that do this and that. Just keep going. Don't this and that. You don't have to apologize for that. That's who you are. You know what I'm saying? She'll say, live in it, you know, get in it, get involved in it, be that, you know, because who can you be better than yourself? So she's always taught us, like, you don't have to be fake and phony and pretending to be someone else. Just be true to yourself. You know what I mean? And that's hard when you're growing up as a teenager and all of that stuff, because you want to be with the masses, with the popular people, with this and that. But that's another thing. In grammar school, I never got off into that. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful for that. And I didn't even realize that was a huge thing until a friend from grammar school, you know, a girl that I went to school with, she shared that with me, that she remembered that about me. And that made me feel pretty good, because then I started to remember all of the stuff that was going on at school. And I was like, oh, because I kind of brushed that stuff off. That's my past, and I keep going. But she made me remember that. And I was like, she's like, you never was like caught up in anything. You've always just been the same, solid, you know, and you just been like yourself. You know what I mean? And that made me feel good, because it made me smile about my mother. You understand what I'm saying? And the way that's how she, you know, raised us. You know what I'm saying? And my father too at that time, because we were, you know, I was young, but that's, you know, that's the way we were raised. Just like keep going and be true to yourself. So we just wanted to come on and share that.
You know, we want to salute our mom, right? We salute
the divinity in you, Glow,
because you just know that it has never gone unnoticed, the amazing mom that you are and the sacrifices that you made, even moving us to Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? I was 9, we were young, but that was a sacrifice. She came up here, you know, by herself,
4 kids,
with 4 kids, and away from her family, away from, like, even me now, I want to move from Minnesota, but I always think about my sister.
Me too.
So I think, and because I think about, oh man, I wonder will she come?
Me too.
I try to figure it out.
Me
what's
too.
Close to
Because my husband was like, let's move to LA, and I'll be like, oh, I don't think she ain't gonna move to LA.
Right.
And if she's like, well, I'm thinking of this place, I'm thinking of Arizona, I'll be like, well, Las Vegas is not. I'm always trying to see how can I get up, you know, can I still get close, and the proximity of her. And also we think of mama. You know, like, okay, well, can she move? And will she be willing to relocate? You know,
we both can't leave.
Or we'll be like,
she gotta move with one of us.
She gotta go with one of the girls.
I mean? Yeah. So I mean, and I think about that's a move and a choice that she made for her kids, and I think about how she left her siblings for that. You know what I'm saying? And it just blows my mind, especially being a mom of 4. You know what I'm saying? It just blows my mind of how classy and gracefully she did it. You know, how graceful she was in parenting and being there for us and loving us and meeting us where we are, you know, and she's still like that to this day. She meets us where we are. You know, we grew up in church, and church was it was and is a part of our life, but she always met us. If you had questions, she never like, you know, that's blasphemy, don't say that. She was not like that. She was like, well, why do you think think that. She always made us feel comfortable with being and who we are, and comfortable with asking questions. Because people are like, you don't question God. Sure, you can ask God a question. If I can't question him, then we're in an abusive relationship. No, that's just serious, you know. But my mom taught me that, to give me the strength to be able to say that. And some people, some parents, or some, you know, believers would think differently. But my mom she just was different in that aspect, and I love that, and I respect it, and I'm grateful and thankful to it, and so are our brothers, you know. We talk about mom all the time, and she's just it's like words you can't put it all into words. So many things is going through my mind, and you just, you know, amazing, or just a jewel, you know. She's just a jewel to me and to us, right? Just someone special, and I'm just so grateful that, you know, people are like, you can't always pick your family, but you can pick your friends. I'm so grateful that that's my mommy, or our mommy. You know, I'm grateful that that's who I got. You know, I'm grateful that,
and if it's true that you can pick your parents or whatever. Because people say that. I don't know about all that. But if it is, saying, that's one of my best decisions.
Right. Period.
You know, that we've made.
Period.
So, we just wanted to just pay homage and just tell you we love you, Mom. And thank you. And we wanted to share just a piece of you with everybody else, you know, with our audience. And just, you know, so if you guys have a mother or a father, or, you know, grandmother, or anybody that's influential in your life, and that you love, and that has always looked out for you, you know, let them know that. Let them know that here, now, today. Don't wait, you know, because tomorrow isn't promised to any of us. We all have an expiration date. And, but that's all. We just wanted to say that. But her number one statement would be, we're going to leave you with this one. It is, have faith, trust God, and believe.
That's her statement. Now you got the juice.
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 Bye.
Hey, juicers. I'm back. No, it's one thing that me and my sissy both forgot. I wanted to talk about my mom also being an author. Least We Fall, Gloria Jean Johnson. It's a book on friendship, love, and betrayal. I've read about 4 or 5 times, and the amazing thing about it, when I'm reading it, I always like pause, like, oh my God, my mom wrote this. So you can get it from Amazon. Check it out. It's also a Facebook page, if I'm not mistaken, called Least We Fall. And Least We Fall, Lest We Fall. People say it differently, but I say Least We Fall. And I want you guys to look at it, or not look at it, read it, check it out, and let us know your thoughts. We're super excited about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks. Bye.